Hi guys, good morning. It's Wednesday, December 4th, and I am on the floor in my unfurnished dining room because this is the only Christmassy thing we have up right now. I feel like I'm pretty late to the Christmas decorating game this year, and for some reason, everybody's been celebrating for 2 weeks already, so that's fine. This is our tree from San Francisco when we were living in our apartment downtown, so it's like perfect apartment tree, by the way. I will link it if I can in the description. It's from Michael's and I love it. Like if I could just duplicate this and make it 9 feet in full, it would be absolutely perfect. But we actually have our new tree coming. It's 9 feet. Will just look a lot better with the high ceilings in our living room. But it was such a saga over the Thanksgiving break trying to get a new tree. I went to Home Depot and wanted to just see the quality in person. I have Celine here, very intrigued why I'm on the floor with a blanket. And I want to get her to come over here. You're so cute. But anyway, we, wanted to invest in a big tree since we'll be living in this house for the next 2 Christmases after this. So, it's always nice when you can see it in person and you really like the style and the quality and all of that. And we found one at Home Depot that was, I think it was the forest pine. And of course, we waited a day and then it was sold out everywhere. So we went with an alternative and it should get here tomorrow. So hopefully I can include that in this video, at least setting it up and the bulk of our Christmas decor and setting up for our Christmas guests will be in the next video. You are very intrigued. Yes, you are. So it's a really cozy work from home day for me. The weather finally dropped down to the 50s just in time for Thanksgiving. So that was really nice. And now it's not only in the 50s, but it's really gloomy out. So it feels extra cozy today. So I'm just hanging out here and thought it would be really fun to make my favorite seasonal coffee. I guess it's not my favorite because we're hoping to get an espresso machine on our wedding registries. The Keurig is still kicking. I wouldn't say it's the best coffee in the world, but it's pretty decent. And I make during this time of year a gingerbread latte. I think gingerbread's probably my favorite flavor. But it's funny because I used to do PR for Monin, which is a competitor of Tarani. So I always feel like I'm cheating on them, but I got a huge gingerbread flavor. So it's my absolute favorite Christmas coffee. So we're drinking that today. And I thought it'd just be fun to do a quick coffee catch up recap of the last couple of weeks because I would really like to post every single Sunday and that will be the goal going forward. But I just had a 1 week where I went to Tampa, which we'll get into. And so I was traveling and this past week was Thanksgiving and I had my dad in town. So let's kind of dial it back and catch you all up. So I went to Tampa for a client awards event, which was really fun. I work with them through my PR agency, Hyde Park PR, if you don't know, and we nominated them for a local innovator award and they were accepted. And it was just a really fun reception downtown Tampa. So I mainly flew in for that and I at the same time wanted to get some content. I'm really familiar with Tampa. If you don't know, I lived in Tampa from 2017 to 2021 before we moved to San Francisco. So I have a really nice network there of, professional contacts. A lot of clients come to me from the area and it's just a really special place to me. We might end up back there one day, I'm hoping, because my mom lives there. So I got to see my mom, which is always lovely. And some of my closest friends and colleagues live there as well. And I'm really familiar with the area. So there's this one studio that I have shot at with clients in the past, but I just decided to make use of my time and the beautiful daylight in downtown Tampa. And I went to Water Cooler Studios and had the place to myself for a couple of hours and just shot some really fun casual social media content for the business. And I had a blast doing that. At the same time, I went there I feel like a kid who went away to college and then comes home for all their doctor's appointments and hair appointments. But I feel like when you move around a lot, it takes, and since we've only been here for a few months, I obviously don't have a hair person. Being a blonde, it's so hard to find somebody. So I didn't have a hair person and I'm really timid to try out any bridal glow up services just yet. I was in desperate need of getting my hair done. It'd been 6 months or something. And as a blonde, that is criminal. So I finally, as you can see I'm sure it's a stark difference from the last video. I had so much growth, but I got my hair done. I feel amazing. And I got something done I've been considering for a really, really long time. I am, by the way, not really into a lot of services. I feel like I'm the last of my friends to explore certain things, right? I still haven't had Botox and I'm 34. I rarely get facials. I am now considering some lasers and excited about that, but haven't done done that. But I did get my eyebrows not microbladed, they call them nano brows. So it's like a more, it's not, they're not cutting into the skin. Ugh, it sounds so weird. Anyway, it's some version of microblading where they don't actually cut into the skin, but it is a tattoo. So this girl Jordan from Ink and Glow in St. Pete is like highly recommended. If you're in the area and you're considering it, like, let me just ease all your concerns. I was really nervous, but I ended up having a really good experience. This is just one of two, and they're not fully healed right now. So one of two sessions I will be having with her. I'm going back in January to do the final touches, but for a first go around, like, she knew I wanted super natural brows. I was just sick of filling them in, and I, have a little bit of eyebrow blindness. Who doesn't? And can never seem to get them even, or so she took the time to like measure every angle of my face and get everything right. And I really appreciated that. And I just think it was money well spent. I'm thrilled. I'm absolutely thrilled. So yeah, ask me any questions. I can go deeper into that process in a wedding glow up series if that's something that you'd be interested in. But those are the two kind of like beauty treatments I got while I was there. And I just feel so much better and revived and refreshed and ready for the holiday season, really. So then after Tampa, it was pretty much like go time for Thanksgiving prep. And we did have our first guest in the house, which is my dad, who couldn't have been like a more relaxed, easygoing person to welcome as our first guest, because really if it was up to him, we would have just like gone to the Cracker Barrel for Thanksgiving. But of course we're like in this new house and there's not that much to do, whereas when he came to visit us in San Francisco, it was all about being out all the time, and there's just so many different activities, and you're kind of coming back to the apartment for little breaks here and there, but mostly you're just out and about, whereas here kind of the main event is the house and the cooking and the experience. So we wanted to do that version of Thanksgiving this year, which I gotta say we did. And something to know about Chris, if he is hosting, he is like balls to the walls. Like he's in it to win it. And he's so detailed, and he goes like way above and beyond with all of the cooking. So we had all like, what we would consider our staples. Turkey for my dad. We're not really into turkey, but turkey, chicken, the green beans almondine, which it's like a fancy version for green beans, but it's delicious. And like the cranberry sauce from scratch, and obviously the mashed potatoes. I think probably my favorite. We went around and asked like what the favorite dish, and for the guys, of course, it's the meat, but the mashed potatoes are hands down my favorite thing during the holidays. So we had all of that from scratch, but then on top of it, Chris wants to bake the pies from scratch. Cool. But he wants to make the pie crust from scratch. So it was just like such an operation. But I gotta hand it to him, like for his first time doing that, it came out absolutely delicious and really rustic and homey, and it was so much fun. So that was kind of our Thanksgiving day. But to prep for my dad, where he could have just like slept on an air mattress and called it a day, I would never do that to him, but it really got me motivated to get the downstairs guest room prepared. So I was kind of like going back and forth, going on Pinterest, but I had an idea of what I wanted, but it's just, how it goes, like the ordering and the execution and reading reviews, it can be exhausting. So I got a lot of the stuff off of like Wayfair and Amazon. I wasn't trying to like invest in any crazy pieces, but I think it came together pretty well. And it certainly needs we still need like lamps and things like that. But I just got like the Casper mattress from Costco and the Brooklinen sheets and duvet cover. And all in all, my dad is like a busybody and like barely sleeps, and he slept for like 10 hours the first night. So I think it's a success. And we actually, a few days before, made what I call the pilgrimage to like the nearest busier town than us. This town is like 90 minutes away, and they have a Costco and a Whole Foods. And we, made it out there and we prepped for Thanksgiving, got some guest room things, got the Casper mattress and all the like fresher produce from Whole Foods. And while my dad was here, it was just super wholesome. Basically, in the 5-ish days he was here, he saw the entire town. And we just went on neighborhood walks, looked at all the houses, drove by different neighborhoods. Like he's like the type of person that's like, okay, I want to check this place out, like get to know it, understand like the different industries and all that. So we just went for drives and walks and went out to dinner a couple of times. Obviously, like there's lots of football during Thanksgiving, so we went to some sports bars. But yeah, all in all, it was a really wholesome, just like family time. And we really got to enjoy the house. Haven't really had a chance to do like a post Thanksgiving reset or get ready for Christmas. Like this is the most we did on the last night my dad was here, since we couldn't get the bigger main tree in time, we just set up this little guy, and it's getting me really excited to like do the full decor experience, but that'll be in next week's video. But since then, I've just been working from home. I finally put up the magazine racks in the office. I had a vision for putting all the home magazines inside of them and that kind of being like a decor element of the office. And I think it looks really nice. And right now we have all the holiday versions up, and it's super festive. I wanted to take advantage today to film this because, ironically enough, work is about to get a lot busier for me this month going into Christmas. So had kind of a chiller day today, so I wanted to just catch up on everything. Another thing I did in this past few days was announce that I'm actually doing YouTube. I know this is only my third video, but I kind of believe that you have to put it out there to have accountability. So I put it out there on LinkedIn. I put it out there on my company's Substack, which, if you're interested, it's called The Hideout. So I'll play on the agency name, but we just provide weekly, every single Tuesday, curated media opportunities that come our way for home brands, experts, and creators. So it's completely free to subscribe. And I put in there, I usually include like a little bit of like a personal update now that I am very much living this home lifestyle. So I put in the last vlog and just threw it out there. So it's out there in the world, and I'm going to be posting on Instagram later, which for some reason, announcing it on Instagram or TikTok or something like more personal accounts, it makes it more real. So that's going to be kind of the final, hey, this is what I'm doing. If you want to follow along, feel free. So yeah, just a way to hold myself accountable. So that kind of sums up where I've been since the last vlog. But today I definitely have to do some work. I'm going to go up to the office after this most likely, but at some point today, I really would like to do sort of like a post Thanksgiving reset. So not full on Christmas decorating, but just like getting rid of the pumpkins and cleaning up a little bit. Maybe I pulled out like what we did have for decor for San Francisco, which is hilarious because of course we were in a 1-bedroom apartment. So it's like 2 bags all in all. I'm looking at it right now. But anything from there that's not gonna like fill the house up, but can add a little bit of a wintry vibe. We are going out of town in a couple of days actually for the weekend for a friend's birthday. We're heading up to the Stockyards in Fort Worth and Dallas area. I'm not really familiar. It'll be my first time, but I'm excited to do that. But since we're going to be out of town anyway, I'm not going to do the full decor. I'm going to wait till we get back and film that for you guys next week. But yeah, it'll be nice to just kind of get rid of Thanksgiving and start to implement some Christmassy, wintry touches around the house and clean up. I need to do laundry. I need to start packing for this trip. I need to make headway with really prepping for our guests that are coming for Christmas. So I just want to like get ahead of what I'm going to be doing next week, which is primarily getting ready for our Christmas guests. My mom and Chris's parents will be coming to visit us. So we are really needing to finish the second guest bedroom upstairs and get more seating, and also figure out this dining room situation because after all, we're hosting Christmas. So it's definitely time to get to the bulk of the furnishing done. But yeah, I'm basically just like looking at boxes right now that we need to build. So I know it's not happening this week. So yeah, I'm gonna head upstairs and get some work stuff off my list, and then I can do some of the more fun stuff. So I really hope you enjoyed catching up with me. I'm starting to get some subscribers, so that's super exciting. I know it's going to be very, very slow and steady, but it's exciting to have it out there that I'm doing this now. And it is fun, even if, it is 20 subscribers, it's fun seeing people actually click subscribe. And I would love if you can pop a comment down below and let me know what you'd like to see, heading into Christmas time or even like the new year. I have some really fun ideas for content, but I would love to know what you want to see on this channel. Is it more vlog style videos? I'm just sort of like having fun and experimenting right now with my schedule because I do work full time for myself, and we are furnishing the apartment and we are wedding planning, and it's hectic, but that's kind of like fun stuff to film too because we have a lot to show and talk about and a lot of fun, exciting things coming up to show you guys. So it's definitely an interesting challenge balancing the like filming and editing and getting it up. And I'm just trying to be creative in the formats and what I can actually handle week to week. So yeah, everything should be going up every Sunday at this point, but definitely comment down below and let me know what you'd like to see going forward. And I hope you had a fun little cozy chat with me, but let's continue on with the day and see what we get up to and cue the cozy post Thanksgiving reset montage.